Welcome, football fans, to this matchup in the Axis Football League. I'm Dave Stevens, here with my partner in crime, Mike Steele.
Look at that snow, Dave. These cold temperatures make it hard to handle the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that reflected in the number of turnovers that we see today.
You are absolutely right, Mike. Let's get to the action and see how this weather affects the players. Tackled after a return of 20. Let's head down to Emma Adams on the field. Emma, what can you tell us?
Dave, Mike, the snow has created some ugly football here today. The wind chill's around freezing, and you can see that the players are feeling every single hit. I don't think any of them will be terribly upset when this game ends and they can head back to the warm locker room.
Emma, thank you. A fresh set of downs for the offense. Play action fake. Pass complete to number 24. Let's see what they do on first down. Number 88 takes the ball. That brings up second down. Second down. Here comes the pressure. Pulled in by number 26. Good enough for a first down. The QB drops back, zings it. Complete to number 53. Second down.
The safety came over late to talk with the DB. Breakdowns and coverage like that just can't keep happening.
Shakes off the defender. That brings up third down. Number 13, lining up under center. He hands it off. That'll bring up fourth down. Lining up for the field goal. The kicker on the kick. It's good. They convert from 30 yards out. The home team goes out in front today. 3-0.
It always feels good to get the first score. It just seemed to take a good bit of pressure off.
Number 11 takes the kick, makes the return up to the 22-yard line.
Let's see what the offense can do with this drive. I'm sure they'd love to go down and put an end to this lead they're facing.
Penalty marker on the field. Hands it to number 24. Let's see how the penalty affects things. The away team accepts the penalty.
You know, in those situations, even as a fan, the QB might be drawing you off, and yet they fall for it anyway.
Stopped before he could break loose. Steps into the pocket. He flings a pass, and he misses his mark. Let's see what the call is on third down. He muscles one, and he misses his mark. The away team will kick this one away. He punts it away. Number 21 catches the punt.
If the offense can get another score in this drive here, it will really put the pressure on.
The home team starts the drive from the 37-yard line. The pass is caught by number 26. That brings up second down. Uncorks this one off to the right side. And that's enough for a first down.
When you can complete those types of throws for first downs, it forces the defense to move men out of the box, which opens up the run game.
He muscles one. Number 26 on the reception. Fourth play of the drive for the home team. He rifles one out past the first down marker. Incomplete pass. Number 13, under center. Number 13, with the handoff.
That's a safe play on third down. When you've got a long way to go, sometimes you're better off just picking up a few yards and kicking it.
It's up. And he split the uprights for 3 points. That's good from 48 yards out. The home team extends their lead 6-0.
The home team adds on to their lead, but we're still looking at a one-possession game.
Number 11 catches the kickoff.
It's a one-score game, Dave. You have to feel good about your chances here if you're the offense. Let's see how they execute.
Henry steps back into the pocket. Incomplete. Second down. Tosses one to the back. That brings up third down. Third play of the drive for the away team. Pitches the ball out to the runner. That'll bring up fourth down. Rodriguez on the punt. Taken at the 29.
This drive coming up is a good chance for the offense to give themselves a bit of breathing room.
The home team looking to get things going from the 34. He steps back to pass. Muscles a pass way down the left side. He can't bring it in. Second down for the home team. He throws one along the sideline. The ball falls to the ground, incomplete. Third down. And he can't reel it in. He punts it away. Taken at the 20.
If the offense can drive down the field and get some points here, I'd expect to see a big momentum shift in the game.
Henry drops back. Zings one past the first down. The pass falls harmlessly to the ground. Dropping back. Muscles a pass. Short near the sideline.
Now, when you want to get the ball into your receiver's hands quickly, that's the kind of throw you want from your quarterback.
Drops back into the pocket. Number 15 makes the completion. Fourth down.
Talk about rifling a pass in there, Dave. Next week, I'm bringing him duck hunting with me. I can save money on bullets with this guy.
That marks the end of the first quarter. The home team out in front for now, 6-0. The punt's away. Number 21 takes the punt.
The home team comes into this drive with a one-possession lead. I'm looking for them to try and take a chunk of time off the clock and grab another score.
Number 13 steps back into the pocket. He can't make the catch. The QB hands it off. Third down. Number 13 dropping back, and he can't reel it in.
Sometimes you have to have that gunslinger mentality and take a shot to keep the defense on their toes. It didn't work out that time, but it will still let the D know that this QB isn't afraid to test them deep.
The return man takes the kick.
The away team has to feel good about where they are. They're down by a single score and are in control of what happens next.
He drops back, rockets one, and he misses his mark. Drops back into the pocket. Bullet pass, high over the center of the field. Incomplete. Zings one to the sideline, and he can't reel it in. The punt's away. Taken at the 29.
The home team can make this a two-score game with a nice drive and finish here. Let's see if they can execute.
The quarterback dropping back, and he's forced out up at the 41-yard line. That brings up second down.
Bullet passes are so hard, Dave. That's when I knew I was done with the game, when I only had one or two of those per game left in the tank. Being able to move the ball in the running game, especially when you can pick up a first down, gives you so many options and terms on play calling.
Quarterback to pass. The defensive lineman brings him down in the backfield. Loss of 10. That brings up second down. The quarterback steps back into the pocket. Incomplete. Number 13 steps back into the pocket, forced out of bounds. That brings up fourth down. Number 9 on the punt. The punt will sail into the end zone. Touchback.
The away team has a great opportunity to get back out in front of this ball game on this drive.
Hands it to number 24. That will bring up second down. Henry looking to pass. The receiver grabs the ball out of the air. He drops back, makes a hard throw. He's stopped by Evan. First down.
We see the ref checking the ball after that. Officially, he's looking at air pressure, but personally, I think he's looking for burn marks.
Drops back into the pocket. Number 15 on the reception.
Certain QBs, Dave, you could actually hear the ball being released, and I think this is one of those guys. He just shot the ball into the wideout.
Henry dropping back. Caught by number 23. That brings up third down. He drops back to pass.
The wideout wasn't too quick to give that pass up. For a second, you wonder if it wasn't just embedded into his hands.
Hands it to number 24. That gets us to second down. Dropping back. Muscles a pass to the sideline. First and 10. He drops back to pass. And they can't connect. Incomplete. Second down. Puts his arm into this one. To the sideline. Third down. Third and short. He steps back. He fumbles the ball. Tackled by number 65.
Great play by the defender. We've seen the ball carrier getting a bit careless, and they finally got the ball out of there. The offense will be looking to turn that turnover into points on this drive.
Incomplete.
I sure hope this receiver doesn't like sitting, because that's what he'll be doing soon if he continues to drop crucial passes like that.
Number 13, dropping back, and he can't reel it in.
Back when I was playing, if a receiver dropped a pass, he'd run a mile. If we see him running up and down the sideline, we'll know why.
The away team will use their first time out here. That brings up fourth down. He punts it away. The kick is caught at the 11.
The away team has to feel good about where they are. They're down by a single score and are in control of what happens next.
He drops back. He can't bring it in. From under center. He rifles one. Steven makes the reception. That will move the chains.
Talk about rifling a pass in there, Dave. Next week, I'm bringing him duck hunting with me. I can save money on bullets with this guy.
He tosses one for a few off to the sideline. Incomplete. A 5 defensive back package for the home team. Bullet pass out to the left side of the field. The away team calls their second timeout. That will bring up third down. Blitz coming on from the defense. The away team will take their third and final timeout here. First down.
Nice route and pass to pick up the first down there.
Henry looking to pass. Second down and long. Zings one to the sideline. Third down. Third down and long. Steven makes the catch. First down.
That's one of those things that's just not coachable, Dave. You either have the ability to launch a ball in there like that, or you don't.
That'll wrap things up for the second quarter. The home team with the lead so far, 6-0. The kick is off. The kick is caught at the 7-yard line. Tackled after a return of 24. Let's take it down to Emma Adams on the sidelines. Emma, what have you heard?
Dave, Mike, I had a chance to discuss the first half with the coach for the home team. He described their passing as extremely lackluster and mentioned that there are some definite adjustments they'll need to be making in the locker room. Look for some changes in the second half. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the report, Emma. Rifles a pass off to the sideline. There's a penalty marker on the field. Number 24 grabs the ball out of the air. He's brought down. We'll see if the penalty affects the outcome. The away team will turn down the penalty. That'll give them a fresh set of downs.
Dave, we saw the wideout's hand go up off the release, just making sure the QB knew he beat his guy and wanted the ball.
He crosses the goal line. Touchdown.
Put 6 on the board for them. The defense seemed ready for it, but the offense just wouldn't be denied.
Rodriguez on the kick. It's good. The away team takes the lead. 7-6.
A score that puts you out in front like that is a big momentum builder.
The kick is off. The kick is caught at the 12, and he's brought down after a return of 15.
The home team has to feel good about where they are. They're down by a single score and are in control of what happens next.
Makes the catch. Good enough for a first down.
Giving up those yards so quickly. Even the mascot looks frustrated with the defensive.
Number 13 drops back. The pass is caught by number 12. That'll give them a fresh set of downs. Steps into the pocket. Puts his arm into this one. Incomplete. Drops back into the pocket. Connects with number 26. Good enough for a first down.
My dentist loves those type of passes, Dave. Every time I threw one, you kind of grind your teeth a bit, hoping the defense gives it up.
He rifles one to the sideline. Incomplete. 3 receivers for the home team. The QB drops back. Number 13 on the play action. Incomplete. Tight end right for the home team. Go! He rifles one, and he can't reel it in. The home team comes out in field goal formation. It's up. And it will fall short of the uprights.
The away team comes into this drive with a 1-possession lead. I'm looking for them to try and take a chunk of time off the clock and grab another score.
Henry back to pass. Makes the catch. That brings up second down. He can't bring it in. He steps back to pass. Makes the catch. Brought down.
Talk about rifling a pass in there, Dave. Next week, I'm bringing him duck hunting with me. I can save money on bullets with this guy.
Dropping back. Throws one. Incomplete pass. Henry dropping back. Throws a fastball out to the left side of the field. There is a flag on the play. Let's see how the penalty affects things. The home team takes the penalty.
The linemen have their jerseys extremely tight to prevent that pulling. You know it's significant holding when the jersey is affected.
Blitz coming on from the defense. The receiver can't bring it in. A penalty flag on the field. Bullet pass over to the right flat. Well, we'll see if that holds up after the penalty. The away team will accept the penalty.
Traditional wisdom puts the blame for penalties on the coaches.
Quarterback to pass. Number 15 makes the completion. First and 10. Pitches the ball out to the runner. That will bring up second down. Second down. Henry makes the pitch. Third down. Let's see what the call is on third down. Henry back to pass. Incomplete. The away team is going to try for quite a long field goal here. Here's the kick. And the kick will fall short. No good. And it will fall short of the uprights.
This is a good position for offense to be in. It's a one-score game, and they've got a good opportunity to go down the field and get some points.
Number 88 takes the carry. Steps into the pocket. Play action pass. Stop. That will move the chains.
When the pass has to get there in a hurry, the bullet is the QB's best weapon. Nice throw on the play.
Number 88. The ball is loose. Second down. Number 88 on the run. Fifth play of the drive for the offense. The QB gives it away.
The offense was expecting heavy pass coverage over the top and wisely ran the ball to pick up a few yards.
That signals the end of the third quarter. The away team up so far, 7-6. Out comes the field goal unit. The kick is made. And he's good from 45 yards out. The home team pulls ahead, 9-7.
A big score there for the offense. They push out front, but there's still plenty of game left.
Taken at the 7-yard line.
The away team has a great opportunity to get back out in front of this ball game on this drive.
He rockets a pass. That will bring up second down. A flag on the play, and he steps out up near the 35-yard line. Let's see how the penalty affects things. The home team takes the penalty.
We had seen the defender talking to the ref a few plays ago. It seemed like it just paid off with the call.
The pass falls harmlessly to the ground. Dropping back. He tosses one way downfield, and they can't connect. Incomplete. Rodriguez on the punt. Fielded at the 32-yard line.
This drive coming up is a good chance for the offense to give themselves a bit of breathing room.
Setting up shop from the 38-yard line. He drops back to pass. Connects with number 24. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs. Second down. Third play of the drive for the home team. The QB hands it off. He drops back to pass, and they can't connect. Incomplete. Number 9 punts it away. The punt lands out of bounds at the 4.
Let's see what the offense can do with this drive. I'm sure they'd love to go down and put an end to this lead they're facing.
He steps back to pass. Complete to number 8. Second down.
When we talked to the coaches this week, they brought up that he nearly got drafted into Axis baseball. With that arm, we see exactly why.
The QB hands it off. That will bring up first down. Dropping back, throws a heater near the line of scrimmage over the sideline. The receiver can't bring it in. Quarterback to pass. Complete. Brought down by number 2. That'll give them a fresh set of downs. First down. Hike. Rockets one. Complete to number 15. And that's enough for a first down.
The offense is giving the chain gang a workout down there. They were barely set before needing to move.
Hike. And he can't reel it in. Throws it. The wide receiver with the catch. And that's enough for a first down.
That's a great pitch and catch for the first down.
Number 24 on the carry. That will bring up second down. He drops the ball.
My high school coach would make you carry around a ball for a day during school if you fumble. Points off of turnovers is an important statistic in football. If the defense can prevent them from executing here, all of the momentum built up from that turnover will be lost.
Number 88 takes the carry. Quarterback to pass. Makes the reception. Stop up at the 47. Uncorks this one. Brought down. Second down. The away team takes a timeout here. That will bring up first down.
It's almost like he can walk these first downs. I'm looking for a personnel change on this defense.
Throws the ball. Caught by number 12. The away team calls their second timeout. First down and goal. Number 13. Dropping back. And he's in for the score.
Huge credit goes to the blockers on that touchdown. That really paved the way right into the end zone.
Number 9 on the kick. It's good. The home team widens their lead. 16-7.
This is when it's fun for an offense. You extend this lead and the game just starts to flow.
The kick's away. The return man takes the kick, and he's brought down after a return of 16.
Overall today, they've been outperformed on offense. It's time for them to buckle down and get things moving if they want any chance of turning things around.
He rockets a pass out to the sideline, and he misses his mark. Lining up on second down. Quarterback to pass. And it's off. Third down. Dropping back. Muscles a pass. The away team takes their last timeout.
On third down, the temptation to push the ball down the field is greater, but this quarterback did the right thing by taking what the defense gave him.
He can't bring it in. The away team comes up short on fourth down.
The away team could really use a big play here on defense, something to spark a comeback. You've just got to wonder when the drops get into a wideout's head. They start overthinking the process, and one drop leads to many.
That gets us to second down. That will bring up third down. A single back set for the home team. What a game today, Mike. Now, who do you see had the most impact on the outcome?
Number 26, for the home team. Made the whole team better today and earned my stud award. You can't watch this game without seeing him dominate all over the field.